Hi everyone, I'm Ashley Lauren and welcome back to my channel. So you're probably thinking, who is this? I haven't been on YouTube in months. So it has been a while since I put up a video, but I thought I'd sit down and do a personal style Q&A video. So I've not been making videos on my YouTube for quite a while because I've not really known what to film. I've had a bit of a mind blank with content. Also, it's been lockdown, so it's not like I've been doing anything interesting to do vlogs and stuff like that. I've also been focusing on my job, and also I've opened up an Etsy shop called Sassy Scribbles UK where I sell cards and prints and stuff like that. So that's really had all my attention. So YouTube has taken a bit of a backseat. But yeah, I just thought, today I've got the day off, why not sit down and do just a relaxed, chilled Q&A talking about maybe a couple of personal kind of topics, and hopefully you enjoy it. So I've got all my questions, let me find them written down, but I will pop them on the screen so you can see them over here. So yeah, let's just get started. So first question, where do I want to travel to? So there's been one place that's been top of my list for years. Ever since college, I've had a keen interest in Japanese culture, so obviously it's Japan. Anyone who knows me knows that I love Japan, and I've always been dying to go, and hopefully I will be going next year. Me and Mike are planning to go to Tokyo, Kyoto and Osaka. We really want to go to Super Nintendo World, Disneyland Japan, Studio Ghibli Museum, obviously. We want to get the bullet train, stay in a proper, like, traditional Japanese hotel maybe, hot springs, all that stuff. So we're really excited. So that's somewhere that I would love to go to. I would also love to go to the Maldives and Jamaica. So obviously they're both like tropical paradise kind of places, white beaches, the sea, the sun, all that. It just sounds incredible. Obviously very expensive, so it's something that we might have to save up for, or just wait until our honeymoon when it gets to that stage. Jamaica's been high on my list for years because obviously I want to explore that side of my heritage, and I also love Jamaican food, so I just know it'd be amazing. So yeah, there are 3 places that are top of my bucket list that I will hopefully tick off. Next question, something you've learned in the last year. So this last year's obviously been interesting to say the least. It's been a hard 12 months for all of us. The thing that I would say I've learnt the most is to appreciate things more. Don't take things for granted, like the little things. Being able to spend time with friends and family, being able to be social and be around people, being able to just spontaneously, like, say, let's go to the cinema, let's go for a meal. All them little things that we could just do whenever before. Like, we could just go to the shopping centre and go in any shop except, and at the minute obviously it's only essential shops that we can go in. Having something to look forward to. So I would say just appreciate it when things do go back to normal. Appreciate that time that you can spend with your friends, because this has been the longest that I've not been able to spend quality time with my friends and my family. Just enjoy it. Be happy. Like, don't try and rush off and get home. Stay out a little bit longer, do you know what I mean? So they're the things that I know I'm gonna try and do when things go back to normal, and I cannot wait. If you could live anywhere, where would you live? So pretty boring, but I think I'd stay in Yorkshire. My light just went out, just a minute, and we're back. Where was I? So yeah, pretty boring, but I think I'd stay in Yorkshire. I was brought up here. It's where my friends and family are. It's quite close to certain cities and stuff like that. It's like bang in the middle of the country. I just love it here. I think it's a great place to bring up kids. But if I had to say outside of Yorkshire, maybe I'd say Brighton. I've always had a love for Brighton ever since the first time that I went. Like, I love the beach, I love the lanes, it's got really unique shops. It's just got such a cool, nice, friendly vibe down there that would also be a great place to bring up children. But if I had to say outside of the UK, I'd probably say Boston. Obviously, my dad and my two sisters live out there. It's the most English kind of state that I've been to. It's a lot more relaxed. It's got a really cool, like, town, like, city centre. Do they call it downtown over there? I'm not sure. They've got Quincy Market, which is this really cool place that's like a big long corridor full of food vendors, and it's just like my idea of heaven. I just love it there, so that would be somewhere that I would live if I had to live in the States, but I'm quite content in Yorkshire, and I think this is where we're going to stay. Next question, how is your mental and physical health at the moment? So my mental health has been up and down, as it probably has been for a lot of people in lockdown. I have been struggling a lot with my anxiety lately, especially my depersonalisation and my derealisation. I don't know if that's specifically linked to the fact that we're in a lockdown or whether or not it's just coincidental. I have been struggling a lot with my self-confidence, my self-image, but with regards to my physical health, I feel like it's the best it's ever been. I've not really been struggling with any symptoms with my Addison's disease or my angina or my thyroid, and that's probably mainly down to the fact that I'm taking my medication properly for the first time in years, and that is a lot due to my boyfriend Mike, who's quite encouraging and supportive and always pushes me and says, have you taken your medication and stuff like that. And obviously I shouldn't need those reminders, but it does help. So I feel like my physical health is pretty decent at the moment. I have been struggling a little bit with IBS, and I'm currently having physio and investigations into pains that I've been having with my calves. But I always feel like there's some sort of investigation going on with me and my body. But in terms of my conditions, I feel like they're pretty stable at the moment, and that does make me happy and takes a complete weight off my mind. Am I religious? No, but I wouldn't say I'm 100% an atheist. I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm spiritual either, but I'm quite open-minded and open to the idea that there's a higher power or something more than us on this earth. But what that is, who knows? I don't think any of us really know. But yeah, I wouldn't say I'm religious. I don't believe in anything specific. I'm just quite open-minded. Advice to my younger self. So if this was my primary school self, I would say enjoy every single moment of primary school, because it really will be the best years of your life. I was so happy in primary school, going on school trips. My teachers were great. My friends were great. I'm still friends with them now. They're some of my closest friends. It was the 90s, so they were just, the best days in terms of music, pop culture, like toys. It was just honestly the best time. So if I could go back, I would just enjoy every single second of school, because I would do anything to go back there now. If it was advice to my secondary school self, I would say stand up for yourself, girl. Stop letting these girls talk to you like crap, put you down and threaten you. You just need to stand up for yourself and not take any crap. Like, don't let their words make you feel a certain way about yourself. You shouldn't need their approval, because you are amazing. I was the only girl of colour in the school, and that had a big impact on the way that I saw myself, my identity. I was very confused, and I had girls constantly tell me they were going to beat me up and laughing at the way I looked. And if I could go back there now with the experience and everything that I've gone through since then, I would just not take that. So that's the advice that I give myself. Just stand up for yourself. believe in yourself, you're amazing, and you've got a good heart. That's all that matters. What you've learned from past relationships. So what I've learned is don't waste time. If it's not right, don't waste time. If it doesn't feel right, if something feels off, it probably is. If someone's not putting in equal amounts of effort into something, then they probably don't care, or they're just not as into you as you are. And that's fine. But there's no point dwelling on it, and just move on, because I spent so much time dwelling on people that just maybe weren't as into me as I were into them, or people that weren't ready for a relationship and I was trying to convince them. It's just a lot of wasted time. So what I've learned is, if it's not right, it's not right. It's not the end of the world. The right person is just around the corner, and I now believe I'm with that person. So yeah, that's what I'd say. Next one, have you ever cheated, and have you ever been cheated on? I have never cheated. I never would. I never will. I don't believe in cheating. Not that anyone really does, but I think it's so disrespectful and the worst betrayal to go through. I feel like if you're having those sort of feelings towards another person, then you probably shouldn't be in a relationship. I say probably, you shouldn't be in a relationship. You should be single. If you want to have sexual relations or romantic relations towards another person, then don't disrespect the person that you're with by, like, acting on those feelings. So yeah, I've never cheated. It's just not in my nature. Plus, I can't lie to save my life, and a lot of cheaters try and get away with it, and they're just not my kind of people. I have been cheated on. It was horrendous to go through. So disrespectful. It doesn't even really matter how long the relationship was, but when someone disrespects you that much and also doesn't really care that they've been caught or how it makes you feel, it's just not nice. But yeah, I have been cheated on, but would I change it? No, because I learned a lot through the experience and it made me a stronger person. As cliche as that sounds. Do you want to get married and have kids? Yes, I do. So I'm 31 now, and I definitely see marriage and kids in my not too distant future. I'm in a really happy long-term relationship. I don't see myself being with any other person for the rest of my life. So of course I want to take that further and say I do. When that will be, who knows? I definitely see myself having kids in the next couple of years. Obviously, I'm not getting any younger. I am extremely maternal. I love children. I can't wait to start a family. And yeah, so I definitely see both those things happening. But exactly when, I guess we'll have to see. 5-year plan, this kind of ties into it. So obviously I see myself getting married and having kids in the next 5 years. I also see me and Mike move into a bigger house, maybe a 4-bedroom property. I see myself hopefully doing more of my Etsy shop, maybe doing it full time, maybe doing more products. Hopefully my physical and mental health will be the best it's ever been. Will have travelled more to a lot of places that have always been high on my bucket list. Yeah, and most of all, I just want to be happy. Did you go to university? I did. It was an interesting experience. I didn't really have the proper uni experience that you have when you're like 18. You like move out of your parents' house, go to a new city, make loads of friends, go to freshers, get smashed every night, all that. It wasn't like that for me. I went in my late 20s. I completely picked the wrong course because I rushed into it because the band had broken up and I was just like, oh god, my only option now is to go to university and get a degree. And at the time I thought I wanted to be a primary school teacher, but that balloon popped very early on. So yeah, I did go to uni, but if I could do it all over again, I would pick a different course, one that I actually enjoyed. Do I have any regrets? No, I don't. I feel like every single thing that happens to you in your life leads you in a certain direction. Is it the butterfly effect, where if you change even something very small, it can have a knock-on effect and lead you in a completely different direction? For example, I was cheated on, and obviously I was heartbroken, but it led me in the direction of meeting Mike. So obviously I'm glad that all happened in that way. So no, I don't have any regrets. Everything happened for a reason, and now I'm a version of Ashley because of those things. So I don't think anyone should have regrets. One thing you change about yourself, my confidence. So I'm very good at putting on a facade to other people that I'm quite confident, that I'm quite bubbly, outgoing, not shy or anything like that. But the people that spend the most time with me will know that I'm very self-doubtful. I'm really hard on myself, and I'm just really not confident in my abilities or my skills or my talents. So one thing I'd change is that. So I wish I had a higher self-esteem. I wish I had more belief in myself, and I wish I had the ability to just say you're doing great and believe it. So one thing I'd change is just my self-perception. Yeah. Last question. Are you happy? I feel like I'm on a journey to happiness. I'm the happiest I've ever been in terms of a lot of areas of my life. I'm happy in my relationship. I'm happy where I live. But I feel like I'm still on a journey with regards to my mental health, what I want to do with regards to my career. So I feel like I'm climbing up and I am getting there, but I'm in a good place. I feel like I'll be in an even better place when lockdown's over, because then we can have things to look forward to, can travel, which I love to do, can spend time with family and friends who obviously make me happy and bring me so much joy. So I feel like it can only grow, but I'm doing good. I'm doing a lot better than I have done previously. I'm in a good place. I'm surrounded by positive people who support and encourage me, and that's all I can really ask for. So yeah, I'm okay. So yeah, that's all my questions I'm going to answer today. Let me know if you want me to do another kind of sit down chatty Q&A kind of video. I can do one about sex and relationships, maybe more personal questions, a bit more personal, about health, mental health, physical health. Let me know what you want to see from me. Obviously when things reopen, I'll start doing vlogs again. I can do more singing videos. Just let me know what kind of content you want to see, and I will try and post more regularly. So yeah, if you liked the video, give it a good old thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you very soon. Bye guys.